Greetings. How's it going? We give thanks. We give thanks for this amazing life that we're all living. We give thanks for fire, for cleansing atmospheres, cleansing vessels, bodies, spirits. Ooh. So I come bearing a specific message. Let me move this a little bit. So the message is this: don't give up. I was just crying out the other day, being like, there are times where it just feels like the message is a perpetual, like it's coming, and it's like, it feels like spiritual gaslighting to constantly be told like it's coming, it's on its way. But did you catch my message that was like, the ships are coming in, and the spirit was reminding me, like, remember what it's like when a ship is coming in and it's huge, full of cargo. It goes so slow, and so it's in your orbit, it's in your auric field, it's in your, it's like it's like from the quantum field, it's like right around you, and you don't know yet, like, that the players are in place, and that it's actually game time, and it really is happening. So don't give up, stay in position. I was being reminded of this like experience that I've had where there's been times in the past where I recognize souls, and I can tell that I know them, like that we're from the same soul tribe, or that we have some level of a soul contract. And I'm still learning a lot about this language because I was raised in a community that didn't really talk about this stuff, which is like the biggest robbery ever, because imagine how much the divine ones who are going after the heart of God, they think they're going after the heart of God, but they're being robbed of, like, imagine that you're given this much of the story when the story is like that. Okay, so, and that's where it's like that much of the story is still important. Like, this is an important part of the story, and that's why it's such a like conundrum, because it's like, I'm not saying that part of the story is not important, because it is important, but also the 1,000 times more is also pretty important, wouldn't you say? Like the 10,000x of this is like pretty darn important to figure out. So it's one of those, I'm like, did you know that you're like keeping the rest of the story from the people, or is this just like, this is what the awakening is, and we're all awakening together, and I should sit down and like not be so mad about it? I don't know. So anyway, but the point is, we want to have the mindset where we're staying in position, where we're staying ready. If I sing this, and please tell me if this is a song already. I couldn't figure out if this is already a song or if it's like gonna be a song. But if you stay ready, don't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, don't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready. It's like, that's a song, and I'm like, did I make that up, or is that like an actual song? I don't remember. So let me know if you've ever heard that before. And if you haven't, I will make it into a song for all of us to sing. So anyway, yeah. But the message is of encouragement, like, stay in position, get your vessel ready, like your body, like, be prepared, stay prepared to be, because like your divine identity is going to activate at any given moment, and you're going to want to be found ready for it. If you're still wrestling with your vices, still just, eating like a couch potato, like, if you're still addicted to the thing, if you're still just consuming, but when I do this, I'm not just talking about food, I'm talking about, whatever your favorite escapism thing is. And don't get me wrong, we're here for a human experience. There is nothing wrong, 444, there's nothing wrong with partaking, feasting, like in the balanced way that doesn't cause you to get off your path. There's nothing wrong with knowing who you are, knowing what you like, and in a balanced way, feasting on whatever it is that, you know, rings your bell. Like, I am for sure all about that. But, like, for example, like, I feel like I've had partners, and well, not even feel like, it's facts. It's facts that I've had partners in the past where it's like, yo, we were supposed to be doing this thing, but you can't get a hold of your flesh suit with its addiction and dependence on substances. And so I have no choice but to freaking keep going. Like, I'm not going to slow down perpetually for you while you ransack and blow up what we're building. Literally, we're building something and then you blow it up. Like, that's not a partnership. I gotta go. Like, I gotta go. That's not, it's just unacceptable. So anyway, the message here is be encouraged, because it really is like here now. It's here now. And maybe you're not seeing the pieces unfold. It's here now. The pieces really are coming in right now. Send out a war cry to your divine team. Let them know, like, yo, I am ready for this. Bring it through. Ask for the support. Ask for the guidance. Be like, use your voice to activate your divine team. Whatever that means, you know, it covers all the bases. And know that staying in position is not a waste of time. That's what I want to say. Staying in position, staying ready so you don't have to get ready is not a waste of time. Oh, I was just being reminded of the scripture in the Word where it talks about these girls with their lamps, and like some were prepared with oil already in their lamps, and like for when the bridegroom comes. And so, like, they were prepared, they were ready. Like, when it was game time, they were like, when the fire came, they already had the oil. Ooh, what is this message coming in right now? When the fire came in, they already had the oil. When the fire came in, they already had the oil. And then there were other girls that weren't ready, and they didn't have the oil. And so then they're trying to ask around, like, oh, can I have some of your oil? Like, it doesn't work like that. You're not going to be able to fake it. Ooh. Wow, I'm feeling like crazy all of a sudden, like this immediate tension in my crown. Cognition, connection to spirituality, higher self. It's weird, it's on the left side. I am one with my higher self and one with the divine. Okay, let's see what some of these things came out. Isaiah 54, a perpetual covenant of peace, reconciliation, justified, paid in full. Be awareness of the ripple effect. Have awareness of the ripple effect. Sacral chakra, which is the authentic creation, the creator, soul fire, sexuality. Declare to your atmosphere. Remember that faith is substance. We're healing ancestral trauma. Okay, so when the fire came, they had oil that was ready. When the fire came, they had oil that was ready. When the fire came, they had oil, and they were ready. It was ready to burn. And so that's the thing, like, stay in position, get your vessel healthy. You know, are you going to be ready to be able to do whatever it is your divine identity thing is? Are you doing it even before people are watching, or before people are clapping, or before you feel like it's turning into anything? Are you being consistent with it before you're getting any recognition? Don't give up so early. Don't give up so fast. Okay. Because the divine identity comes with reconciliation. You have just shifted timelines. And it comes with justification, paid in full, like everything is paid for here. Be aware of the ripple effect. This is what I'm talking about. Like, you might be feeling discouraged because it's like, is it ever gonna come? So you just kind of start slacking a little bit. Thank you, Spirit, for helping me to get this message through. Thank you for giving. What do you want to say to the collective? Please bring through the message clearly for the collective, for the people that are meant to see this video. I manifest that this will find who it's for. Let it be so. Okay. The ripple effect of our decisions, you know, maybe it's you're like, well, I'm just going to do this one thing one time. It's just to make me feel better because the path is rough and I'm feeling discouraged. But then it's like, but then the ripple effect is like, how does it set back your body? How does it set back your mind? How does it set back your motivation? You know, like dipping back into the old timeline in order to relate, you know, with the people that you used to relate to. It's like, it's lonely sometimes when you're in between worlds, when you're in that cocoon phase. Becoming the butterfly can be lonely, but don't give up. Don't stop. Don't cut your development early because you're feeling lonely in the process, because it really is happening. It doesn't seem like it. Nothing. I bet that the caterpillar doesn't have awareness that anything's happening while it's all tight in the cocoon. You're healing ancestral trauma by choosing to do things differently. Your sacral chakra. Okay, so this, I am authentically creating a life free of stress and full of bliss. I am authentically creating a life free of stress and full of bliss. So say that out loud. I am authentically creating a life free of stress and full of bliss. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So that's why you can't just like go all out one day being your new divine timeline and then being like, okay, that didn't like do anything, so therefore I'm not, you know, it's not working and I give up. Like you gotta stay with it. You gotta stay with it. Remember that faith is substance, so keep your faith enacted, initiated, and applied toward the vision, toward the goal. I press on toward the mark. I press on toward the mark. I press on toward the mark, forgetting everything that's behind. Yo, Paul had a lot of good things that were behind him. He had status. He had, ooh, I'm feeling spirit chills on this. Paul had great things. Like sometimes we think of like, oh, you just forget everything in the past because it was bad. No, he was like well respected. He had accolades. He was like very highly esteemed in a lot of different, like he was like known, and then he traded that. Woo, glory. He traded being like the cool guy in culture of their times. Like he traded being the respected, highly religious guy in order to continue. 1, 2, 3, 4. He traded being the highly respected, cool guy, like educated. He was like educated. He could speak several languages. He could relate to people in several cultures. He was very highly respected. And as you know, Yeshua, his popularity was like up and down, up and down. Bless it, bless it, bless it. So anyway, when by the time Paul became who he was becoming and he was saying that I press on toward the mark, he was not a cool guy anymore. He was now on the team that they were all like, they were being persecuted for speaking freedom. Does this feel familiar? Does this feel familiar? And we're literally living the same story in modern religion right now. We're literally living the same story. Did you know that? They're like, don't read those books. Oh, all those people that do that are bad. Oh, we should pray for them. They need salvation. It's like, you don't even know. You have this much of the story, yo. The story is this. The truth is this much. And so much of modern religion is holding people back from getting free. And that's the stuff that's fighting words for me. Like, it's a problem. It's a problem. Because your club isn't, if your club was doing it right, then everybody would magically, miraculously, immediately walk in the doors and have deliverance. Wouldn't they? And I'm sure there are like pockets that do and are, and yes, but what I'm saying is it's not across the board. So I digress. Paul was saying like, I'm pressing on toward the mark to make sure that my oil is continuously in my vessel. Despite the accolades that I had before, despite like how I was popular before, despite the identity, the way that they knew me before, I'm willing to go with the Spirit in the way that the Spirit leads me, regardless of what it looks like, regardless of if I have recognition, regardless of if it looks like everything is just constantly abundance. And by the way, what a lot of people hate on as the prosperity gospel now. It's just like they just lack revelation, because there should be fulfillment that comes with the Spirit of the living God that literally can create out of nothingness. But that doesn't mean that it's going to be that the whole journey. There are definitely like ebbs and flows, just like Fibonacci sequence. It makes sense. Like if the Fibonacci sequence, which is the essence of the creator's sound and the sound wave of the creator's voice, which is like reflected in all of creation, then of course we too are going to experience this. And when we're really here, like when we're here evolving on our own journey, because part of this is also about our own personal evolution, our own personal learning how to transmute what we encounter. So anyway, stay ready, because if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And what's wild is when the people come in your life and literally like take you so off course that they like literally set you back. So it's like you gotta remove those freaking foxes from the freaking garden or whatever, farm, whatever you want to say. Like the one, and I always joke about this because I'm like, my kids also do that, but these are our seeds. This is the investment into the future. You don't get rid of those ones. They're the sweet little blessings that you just are teaching to not grow up to be grown-ups like that, you know? Like the grown-ups that are like that, I'm like, okay, like there comes a time where you got to draw that line. So anyway, man, what a trip. It's a trip and a half, isn't it? So anyway, I know that this message will find whoever it's meant for. I hope it brought some illumination to your path. Stay in the game, stay in position, keep doing what you know is keeping you in position, and don't give up, and be willing to go with the Spirit. 17:17, be willing to go with the Spirit despite how it changes like other people's experience of you or their expectations of you, or how it changes your identity in the here and now and the future, because that's part of it. And your divine identity is like being called, you know, it's like you're being called into the game, and you are a crucial player for the team for now. And imagine if you're like, I just don't want to, like I ate too much, I'm too tired, like I don't want to go, or like worse yet, like I'm still drunk from last night, yo, like I can't get in the game. Imagine a football play, like I'm picturing like football, you know, football team, American football. Imagine the guys like on the bench, like puking from the night before, or like not, you know, it's just like, do you take this seriously? Like you're being called on, so get in the game, find yourself choosable. And that's where, when that scripture says like all are called but few are chosen, it's like few are chosen because like that guy's puking on the bench, that guy's napping, that guy's still eating from, you know, like it's like I would choose all of you to get in the game. We need you, but you have not made yourself choosable. So I know that that's not who I'm talking to right now. Not you, just somebody you know. That's what PT would always say. Not you, somebody you know. Not you. I'm not talking to you. It's not about you. It's somebody you know. Anyway, and yo, I am first in line to have come through this process. I have some stories, okay? Like, I was a young, fun kid. So I'm not judging you from a place of like aboveness. Yeah, I'm like, I know the journey. I was there. So we had some times, it was good times, and now it's time to grow up and get in the freaking game. Be blessed, be well, be free.